Yo, what's going on, man? This is your boy Super Mario, man. You are in the Yo with your boy, and today, yes, we're gonna talk about another guy doggone compressor. Stuff like that, man. Compressors are dropping left and right, you know what I'm saying, in the plug-in market, but I have to say this particular compressor from Purified Audio, called the LED compressor, is a little different, man, and I think it has a unique feature on this particular compressor that is worth talking about. Now, this particular feature is I haven't really kind of seen it too much on a lot of compressors, but I have seen a little bit of remnants in it because they have their own different form. But on this particular compressor, it really shines, man, and there's some uniqueness in this particular feature. I want you to guess what that feature is and stuff like that before we transition to Ableton Live. I'm gonna give you a little 1 second to think about it. Let's go to Ableton Live and talk about it. All right, here we are in Ableton Live, man. We have the Purified Audio LED COMP or compressor up here on one of the tracks that we have in here. Now, I do have some 3 random loops that I put together to give you kind of a sense of a song, but we will be processing each of those 3 tracks with its own instance of the LED compressor or whatnot, man. Now, to talk a little bit about this compressor, just to get familiar with it or whatnot, basically, you know what I'm saying, in the middle you have your gain reduction meter, and in the middle these LED lights are your saturation lights. It'll let you know how much saturation you have injected in the compressed signal, okay? And also in the middle is your ratio buttons. You have a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 10-to-1 is kind of like that sweet spot for compression that you're looking for. The 4-to-1, 3-to-1, and 2-to-1 is kind of like more your commonality ratios and stuff like that, which is effective. But if you need light compression, you would definitely use 2-to-4 on the 1 ratio or whatnot. And then it's 38-to-1. Yes, 38-to-1. I never seen a ratio that high, to be honest with you. But 38-to-1 is definitely, you know what I'm saying, smacking the hell out of whatever signal that you're processing or whatnot. Right here, these big knobs on the left and the right are labeled as such. You know what I'm saying, this is your input signal gain knob and your output signal gain knob. So whatever you inject in the compressor, you can control it right here on this input knob, and then you control your gain staging right here on the output knob right here. And then right here at the bottom left corner, you can see here it's called THD. This is total harmonic distortion. This is where you'll be adding all your saturation flavor right here in this box right here. Now, another important section for this compressor is the high pass button, which is kind of like sidechain filtering or whatnot. And this high pass sidechain filter is set at 75 hertz. So anything, once this high pass button is engaged, anything under 75 hertz will not be compressed. Anything above 75 hertz will be compressed. So this is a handy feature to have when you're working with low end material or whatnot. And also you have a handy dandy mix knob for all your parallel compression needs if such needed or whatnot. Now, the highlighted feature for this video that we'll be talking about is these 2 knobs right here on the left and the right side of the saturation LED meters. This is your low tone knob and this is your high tone knob, and basically these 2 knobs are going to shape the tone of the signal, whether it's coming in before the compressed signal or after the compressed signal, or what we call pre or post. All right, so you can add low end of equalization to the signal pre or post the compressed signal, or you can add a little bit of high end on the signal pre or post the compressed signal. This is what I was talking about. This is what makes it really, really unique. Most compressors will have a 1 knob where you can adjust the tonality of the signal, and you have the option to either make it darker tone or you turn it to the right to make it a brighter tone. Well, Purified Audio kind of got slick with it. They split it into 2 bands, and you can control the lows pre or post comp, or you can control the highs pre or post comp. That's what makes it unique. So just imagine the lows and the highs being a 2-band EQ, and you can insert it pre or post on this particular compressor. Now, I have to say, man, it really does do something for us, making your sound source fatten or slimming or trimming down the sound source if needed. And I really love it, man. So without further ado, man, we're gonna go ahead and check out this compressor right here. Now the first track we're gonna check this out on is some vocals. All right, now the vocals that we have, I'm gonna let you go ahead and check those out. I'm gonna go ahead and bypass the compressor here and let you guys check it out. All right, so here are the vocals and without the compression. Let's go.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you trying to catch this. Rollie on.
All right, so that's the vocals right there, you know, saying no compression or anything like that. All right, dry vocals right here. All right, so we're just gonna turn this on and you're gonna see it in action. If the signal is, you know what I'm saying, at the right amount for as the built-in threshold and everything like that, then you'll see some compression.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you trying to catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on.
We have a little bit of saturation going and a little bit of compression because of where our in and out knobs are. And also our saturation is coming from the THD knob being at 12 o'clock position. Now, if we turn this down, you won't have any saturation.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you trying to catch this.
Now, you'll notice the difference in the signal, how it kind of got a little gritty. That's because of that total harmonic distortion that we added right there at 12 o'clock. All right. We had a 2-to-1 ratio. Let's see how it sounds at 4-to-1 ratio. We're going to turn our total harmonic distortion down, just only compressed signal.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie,
right,
if you trying to catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you trying to catch this.
All right, so you can definitely hear that compressed signal. We're going to go ahead and turn that up a little bit.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you trying to catch this.
So you can really hear that compression, you know what I'm saying, kicking in, and it really fattens that vocal up, man. All you have to do is really get that output signal right where you need it at and stuff like that, and it really fattens up the vocal. It brings out a lot of nuances in the vocals that you don't have when you're not compressing, and that's just that 4-to-1. Now let's take it to 10-to-1. You're really going to hear a difference in that vocal.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you trying to catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you trying to catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you trying to catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000.
So it definitely, you know what I'm saying, makes the vocal, you know what I'm saying, stand out. That's just really in acapella. You can really hear it stand out. You can really hear certain nuances in that particular compressor. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this in the mix right here so you can guys really hear that compression with the other tracks.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace.
Right now.
You better go fast, homie, if you trying to catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you trying to catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you trying to catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you trying to catch this.
See how that vocal really jumps out in front of the mix and whatnot. Now that's at a 10-to-1 ratio. We'll just keep it right there. All right. Let's go ahead and add some total harmonic distortion right here. And I'm gonna talk about these two buttons, the S1 and S2.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you trying to catch this.
So you notice when I started adding some of that total harmonic distortion, the vocal just really kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It just reached out in front, it just grabbed you, you know what I'm saying, as far as your ears is concerned. That's really, really awesome. That's letting you know it's adding a little bit of distortion in the signal, and we have yet to touch the saturation buttons. Now, S1 is your odd harmonics, okay? Oh, excuse me, S1 is your even harmonics, and S2 is your odd harmonics. Now, when I saw this and I read the manual, I was like, okay, S1 is your even harmonics, but 1 is a odd number. You know what I'm saying? You get me? And 2 is your odd harmonics, but 2 is your even number. It had to make me think, you know what I'm saying? Why would you flip flop it? But hey, it is what it is. So again, S1 is your even harmonics and S2 is your odd harmonics. So if you want to add saturation far as even harmonics, this is how they would sound.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace.
So when we add those even harmonics, you'll notice that the high mid range is really highlighted. It's really, doing something special in the high mid range right there. Let's go ahead and check out the odd harmonics.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this.
I like what the odd harmonics is doing. Is really adding some of that mid to low mid, kind of like right there in that, that 700 to 1000 frequency range or whatnot. But it's really putting it sitting right there in the mix right there when we have S2, aka odd harmonics, engaged or whatnot. Also, we have the high pass filter on, so we don't have the 75 hertz of this vocal and below being compressed. So anything above 75 hertz is being compressed. We have nothing but compression because our mix knob is all the way at 100%. All right, now let's talk about that highlighted feature. Let's go ahead and let's compress the high end post compression. Okay, that means after compression. We're gonna go ahead and brighten up the high end of the signal after the compression. Check this out.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this.
You notice that it's like a very soft and very low dB slope on that high end or whatnot, but it adds a little bit of sheen, to the signal after the compression, and really kind of like, it's just really kind of like a hot shelf. It sounds really, really good, very smooth or whatnot. Now let's add a little low end pre-compression, and I guarantee you this gain reduction meter that we have here is going to increase. Check this out.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this.
Okay, so it didn't change, and that was the hypothetically assumption, man. That's called making an ass out of yourself. So basically it looks like the lows and the highs do not affect the compression, even though we have the low end being pre-comp. It really didn't do anything because the vocals really don't possess a lot of low end, so that's probably why we didn't see a change in the gain reduction. But I'm quite sure if you had drums, which we're going to check out here pretty soon, you would. I like what it did though, before the compression, we added low end, and you can compress that low end, really bringing out some of that low end. So that's what makes it very unique. You could take the low end, boost some of that low end up, and when you compress that low end, you can really get a thick low end. So let's go ahead and boost that vocal real quick, because it's really lacking some low end on this vocal.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace.
All right, let's go ahead and bypass.
You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace.
You see that? When we started playing around with the low and the high ends on these tone knobs right here, it really thickened up and really enhanced the vocal or whatnot. It sounds like a totally different type of recorded vocal, but it sounds very, very thick. It sounds very precise and very clean and in your face or whatnot, man. That's what makes this compressor very unique, man. And guess what? This is very affordable, $38, and you're getting like $1,000 sound, man. You can't really beat that at all. We're gonna keep that vocal right there. All right, let's go ahead and work on the guitars. All right, so we got another instance of the LED compressor. Now that you know how it works, I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit through the compression. All right, and let you guys check it out right here. I'm gonna lower the music just a little bit so you guys can hear me do what I do right here. Just to give you a side note, this compressor also has oversampling, so you can oversample at 2 times, 4 times, 8 times, all the way up to 16 times of oversampling, as well as auto gain. So this thing does have auto gain if you need it. All right, let's go ahead and check out the guitars. We go ahead and turn this on right here, and we'll bypass the plug-in right here. All right, let's check out those guitars again in solo. All right, let's go ahead and turn the plug-in on. Right off the bat at 2-to-1, you can definitely hear those guitars kind of thicken up a little bit. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just start compressing in here, and I'll just talk through what I'm doing.
Diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this.
Alright, let's go ahead and add a little bit of high end.
Diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace.
All right, cool. So very interesting with this plugin is that it's probably the sound source on the guitar, but you really didn't hear a lot of high end. You heard it a little bit, but you really didn't hear a lot of high end. But what I'm starting to notice with this particular compressor is when you adjust this low end, it really shines. I mean, when you looking to thicken up a sound source, this low end knob, it really does the job pre or post comp, however you want to do it. If you need an extra thickness in your compressed signal or the signal period, definitely put it pre. If you just need to add a little bit of sprinkle of low end, put it post or whatnot. But you know what I'm saying? We definitely heard a difference with the high pass filter. Okay. With that high pass filter engaged, you really don't have a lot of thickness in there. Let's play that again.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch.
See what I'm saying? So when I engaged it off, you could definitely hear a lot of low end come into play. The reason why is that's because that compressed signal is being compressed. So you basically taking that energy and you're squeezing it. Therefore, that's what you're hearing, a lot of that low end. But when you engage that, it's not compressing that. And what you get is more of, you know what I'm saying, a less compressed low end. So the low end kind of opens up a little bit and you don't have that thickness on that low end. It's kind of weird how I'm saying it, but it makes sense to me, and I hope it makes sense to you, man. And stuff like that. That's why you got to understand sidechain filtering with a compressor, whatever the case may be. All right, cool. Let's play that one more time.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my.
All right, so now we got the drums right here, and this is probably what a lot of people are going to be looking at is the drums or whatever the case may be with this particular compressor. All right, so this is the drums. All right, we're going to go ahead and just really start out scratch on here. We're going to go ahead and put this on a 2-to-1. We're going to take the total harmonic distortion off, take the high pass filter off. All right, and we're going to go ahead and hit play on here.
Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace,
on right now,
you
but
better
you know
go fast,
the default
homie,
positions on the in and out.
This. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Rollie on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace, you better go fast, fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist,
let's go ahead and make up the output gain.
You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace.
I think we where we at. So what we doing? Just gain staging. So we right there. Now let's go ahead and add a little bit of saturation or distortion. All right, let's see if we can do S1. Very tough to say when it's solo, so let's bring it back in the mix.
My wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000
I like the S2, which is the odd harmonics.
Homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this.
Ooh, I like it without it.
1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my.
Actually, yeah, I like it with it and stuff like that. It brings out a little bit that low mid and stuff like that, especially around where that bottom end of that snare is or whatnot. All right, so that's just 2-to-1 ratio. We probably don't need to smack it anymore, but hey, let's go ahead and smack the drums just to see how they sound.
Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace.
3-to-1 ratio.
Fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000
4-to-1 ratio. 4-to-1.
You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist,
10-to-1 ratio. 10-to-1.
You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist,
38-to-1
on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on.
So that's really smacking the drums. We didn't adjust anything in the output knob, okay? Let's see how this sounds smacked. So that's 38-to-1, 10-to-1. You get a lot of pumping on 10-to-1. Interesting. And you bring back some of those dynamics on 4-to-1. Let's put it back on 38-to-1. Now let's bring back the mix knob and put the drums back in the mix.
On my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace.
Let's go ahead and engage the sidechain high pass filter.
Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better.
All right, cool. So you can hear the difference with the high pass. You know what I'm saying? You definitely gonna get that low end on here. Now, the only thing we didn't do with the drums is play around with the lows and the highs. All right. So let's go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, play around with that.
Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace.
We're gonna go ahead and put the highs in the post.
If you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better
just add a little bit. Now let's go ahead and do the lows in
diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you tryna catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go.
You can definitely hear the lows. They're starting to clip a little bit. Yeah, they're definitely clipping. All right, so we're kind of hitting right here around 20 on the gain reduction. Let's put this in pre. So when we put it on post, you hear more low punch. You really can't hear the difference because not in the headphones, at least, whatnot, man. But it definitely adds low end to that signal though. But if you need it, it's there. But with this hip hop drum loop, you probably don't need that low end right there. But I definitely like how it sounds with the mix knob right here at about 11 o'clock. So that's with no compression. And as we turn the mix knob all the way clockwise, you hear that compression kick in. And this is all the way at 100%. That's crazy, y'all. Let's bring it back a little bit.
Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace.
And we're right at about 45%, 11 o'clock.
This really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you try.
And let's bypass that plug in.
Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better
so that's
go
no
fast,
compression.
Homie, if you trying to catch this. Really
at
on my
45%.
wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace.
All right, let's kick it back in.
Fast, homie, if you trying to catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace.
And bring down the volume a little bit.
You better go fast, homie, if you trying to catch this. Really on my wrist, 1,000 diamonds on my necklace. You better go fast, homie, if you trying to catch this.
Yes, sir. So yeah, man, that is the LED compressor from Purified Audio and stuff like that, man. Very useful Swiss Army knife type of compressor right here, man. Like I said, it's not emulating anything. It's just basically a compressor that got its own features and do its own thing and stuff like that. But like I said, what makes it very unique is the low and the high tone knobs that they have on the compressor, and you can put these pre or post. So it just depends on your sound source and what it's doing or whatnot. But I could definitely tell you this has a very unique compression curve to it and stuff like that, and it sounds really, really good. It's very effective. It works very immediately, and it doesn't sound like you have to force the compressor to hear compression. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just with the drums at its default position on the input and the output knob at 12 o'clock, you got compression coming through here. So this compressor is very aggressive, but soft, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about that compression curve that is built in underneath the hood and stuff like that, man. So hey, go ahead and check it out. Purified Audio LED compressor, introductory price at $38, but you better get it while you can. It's Black Friday week and stuff like that, so go make sure you go ahead and check it out, man, before it jump up to like $89 and stuff like that, man. So $38 is definitely a steal for a distressor, aka 1176, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of SSL comp, you know what I'm saying, DBX 160 all mixed in together type of compressor right here, man. The LED compressor. Hey man, this has been your boy Super Mario, man. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, go ahead and hit a like on this video. Also subscribe to this channel, man, for all new content coming up at you, man. This has been your boy Super Mario, man. We alright, man. Yes, we out of here. Not we alright. We out of here, man. Peace.